It helps to take it off of mute. Man, it's just what happens. All right. Well, since we've started off on that note, let's bring the guys in here. Welcome to the show, everybody. There's Sean. There's Mr. Paul and Mr. Paul. So started off the show great. But it is what it is. Like, what else? I mean, JR pointed out in the chat that I set the live to go live at like an hour from now. So if you're joining us an hour from now, then ta-da!
Time warp.
Yeah. So you like my hat?
Yes.
My daughter made it for me, so it's like little baby Yoda ears. So, but I tell you what, it's nice and warm.
I bet.
It gets lots of looks when I'm out and about.
Wonder why.
Yeah. It gets some people just kind of looking at me a little funny. And I mean I'm over 6 foot, so I'm already kind of and I'm a big dude, so it I walk around and people are like, okay.
So is it Yoda or Grogu?
I guess it's supposed to be Grogu.
Yeah. See, I watched Star Wars too.
You got something there. That's good to hear. Oh, but yeah. So anyway, yeah. This is something that my daughter made for me one of my daughters made for me for Christmas. So, and I've been wearing it a lot. I actually meant to wear it last week, and but I forgot, and it was sitting right on my desk the whole time. So, well, let's get everything moving here. What about you, Sean? What do you got going on this week? Or actually the last 2 weeks, because you guys weren't on last week.
Yeah. Been working in the shop, trying to straighten it up and organize it. That's the key for me. Blew my back out though, kind of. So that's par for the course. Gotta love the heating pads. I feel like I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Then other than that, I've been working on a new module. Okay, let me flip this in.
Ooh.
It's a triple with a 6-inch drop.
Wow, that's cool.
So yeah, that's been on the drawing boards, and I finally got it to this stage, and soon it'll be ready.
So how does that one work with the other ones?
And pretty much it'll line up the same. Can you see my? You can't see my mouse. How can I explain it? On the normal one, you'll have your 2 tracks that run across the front.
Right.
Your red and your yellow, and they're spaced 1.5 inches out from the edge, and then there's a spacing between the 2 tracks, and it carries on through all the modules. So here it'll come in and at exactly the same spot, and then you just add your bridges or whatever you want to add to the space in between, and carry it over to the next module. So everything still lines right on up. Normally I'd have track lines on it, but I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah, but with it being a 6-inch drop, like does the rest of them have to be so tall, or do you have to?
No, actually, what you do
tables or something.
You take you put it in between 2 tables. So normally your tables would be together, and then you just bring them apart, and then you'd set that down into it, and then you just have to put a triple of some sort on the back side of it, so it'll span the gap.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's actually quite simple. You don't have to do anything special. Just pull the tables apart, which is nice because you end up with another 2 feet or 1.5 feet roughly.
Sounds dangerous.
They're pretty strong.
Some idiot's going to move that table.
There's quite a bit of a lift. There's at least an 8-inch lift. So
yeah.
You'd have to move that table pretty good.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Good
time.
What about you, Mr. Corliss? What have you been working on?
Well, a couple things. My wife likes giraffes, so I made her a little giraffe that I found on.
Oh, how cute!
Maker World. Nice. It's kind of glary there. Of course, then you can't see the giraffe. She thinks she told me she thought it looked like a devil instead of a giraffe. But I made that, and then I think I mentioned before that my son is really into motorcycles, so I made him a little Harley Davidson keychain thing,
Sweet.
Oh, cool.
and
That was good.
that's it. That's all I did.
That's awesome. Putting the printer to work. That's good.
With the printer, but on this show, I feel like a piker because that guy right there.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
You
he
know, he wastes more filament than I use. I think. He has more filament proof than I have filament on rolls.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Same here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you make some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you got your new toy sitting back there now.
Yeah,
Oh,
still got to badge it up.
There you go.
So we got that. I still got to make its nameplate. So all my P1s will be DS9 themed. All my A1s will be TNG.
Oh, so now we're already saying that we're getting more.
Up here. I'm pre-planning in case, things expand.
so
So
you have what, DS9, you have TNG, you have Voyager, and then all the new ones that came out. So yeah, that's a print farm.
yeah, and then you got Enterprise as well, and
Yeah.
Lower Decks, and yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so. Oh, I guess I don't know. Paul, you got anything else?
Go ahead and show it. Show it. Go ahead. That is wild.
Oh wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, so there is absolutely no glue. This thing all snaps together.
Really?
Oh, I was talking about the elephant.
Oh, the elephant.
That's for when the shuttle came back in
Oh.
time.
That's a woolly mammoth, not an elephant.
Hey, they said skeleton elephant because all these are the STL flicks
Yeah.
skeleton safari.
Oh wow.
So
Oh,
elephant, there's a mammoth or something from Star Wars.
Oh,
Giraffe, that one doesn't move. Here.
Huh.
Oh, that's neat.
That's very cool.
So rhinoceros.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then got a dice holder.
Ooh.
And then I'm making some more boxes to give out on the cruise. So
All right. So how many pieces is that ship?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 main pieces, and then there's a bunch of little insert pieces. So probably 14, 16.
Huh.
And so even like the back nacelles, and not including the stand, but even these pieces,
Yeah.
that's not glued in. That's just, it's all friction mounted.
Huh.
That's cool.
So like this part right here, that's a separate piece. These are separate pieces. That's a separate piece. And then these two are separate pieces as well.
So
Oh,
it's
wow.
literally like a snap fit model, or
Yeah.
what do they call them? Snap models.
That's pretty sweet.
That really looks nice.
Yeah. And I really like the stand too.
Yeah, but see, you guys are missing one of the coolest things. I mean, that's awesome. Don't get me wrong. But your turntable, I mean, you even
Rotating
3D
base.
printed the turntable.
Was trying not to say anything yet, Sean.
Oh my god! I'm just blown.
I gotta make content.
Wait, you already started with it.
I know. No, it is cool. It's one of the simpler models though I found, and I got the motor and the fan control here from Maker World.
Oh,
Huh.
cool.
No.
So
So you
it
use
just
a fan
uses the TTS motor that they have, and then it's just a fan speed control dial, all USB. So you can turn it up.
Oh, I want to make one of those.
That's cool.
Slow it down. So yeah, it's a fun build. There's more complicated more models.
JR's asking if you do any weathering to your models like that.
I am the big Enterprise, yes. But since this is all, this is multicolor print. So I'm like, yeah, that's if I have a multicolor printer. But the 3-foot Enterprise, yes, I'll be painting that all up and weathering it and, doing all that fun stuff.
Sweet.
But we had bad weather the last 2 days.
It happens. Clyde's also saying that G Sender now works on the 64-bit.
Awesome.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. If I could get to mine.
I might have to get out there and do some CNC work there. Da-da. Good times. Let's see here. All right. Well, that's awesome, man. Good job. Lots of cool stuff as usual. For me, I've been the last couple of days. There was a model that showed up. I saw it on one of the Facebook groups for Bamboo, and it was a guy who had printed out this dock for the Nintendo Switch, and it has a whole ton of pieces. So the guy was letting people download the model for free for like 6 days or something like that. And so, of course, I downloaded it because I knew I don't have a Switch, but my son has a Switch. But we have some friends that their kids are like super, super Mario fans. And so I'm going to print them out this stand for them.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's been pretty cool. But the one neat thing that I hadn't had a chance to do yet was do supports with PETG with the PLA stuff, and this model had some of it integrated into it. And man, that works so cool. It's like I haven't messed with this at all, but like it just completely peels away. So the black is the PETG, and I mean it's pretty sweet how it all works.
Oh, so the green was PLA. Is that what you said?
There's nothing going on, buddy. Sorry, what?
So the green was the PLA.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it working out pretty good. But yeah, it's I have a nice little box full of bits and pieces. But it's a pretty cool model. I mean, it even has like a little Mario snowman that sits on it. The thing that I don't know if I like so far is when there doesn't seem to be like a build guide or anything for this thing. I mean, it on in Bamboo Studio, it's 25 plates of prints to make this thing. A lot of them have just one or two things on it, but I mean, it's a lot of small stuff. And but the guy has like, you need 50 of this magnet and 50 of this magnet and 50, like a whole bunch. It's like 200 magnets. So none of it's all put together with magnets. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to glue it all together. But like there's a magnet hole in the bottom of the snowman. I mean, I guess you can take it apart or whatever.
But, with all those magnets, you might have to put a thing that says, pacemaker warning.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's crazy, but
Well,
it's got a couple spots for like so it's got video game slots in it and stuff like that. It's pretty cool how it's all come out so far. But I didn't have any brown, and so I ordered brown, and it'll be here Tuesday, so I can finish printing out all the parts this week.
well,
Get something.
that may be a thing of the past going forward, because I don't know if y'all saw Bamboo's new feature in their studio
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah,
where you can take your CAD file like from Fusion, and you have it all put together.
Mhm.
You import it. I forget. There's some special way, or you save it as a 3MF from Fusion, import it, and it comes in as a complete file.
Mhm.
And then you hit the split button, and you can put it out to all the different tables, or all the different
Oh, okay.
plates,
That's cool.
and then you can hit another button to look at it back with it all put together,
huh.
with all the pieces back to where they go.
Well, that's
So
pretty.
that way, instead of just getting this file with, like you said, 20 plates and where does this piece go?
Yeah,
You can just hit that button, put it all together. Okay. And see the different, how everything goes together.
yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Hmm.
Yeah, so sweet.
Or you can go back to your Fusion, take a peek. But no,
Well, yeah, no, if you download the file from somebody else.
no, I that's a cool deal. That
Yeah.
really is, because I haven't been on. I haven't had a chance to run these this past week, so I haven't seen any notices or upgrades for the Bamboo.
I saw it on like shorts or something like that. It was like a shorts video,
Okay, that's pretty cool. I definitely will check that out.
Oh,
or that other site that may not be around much longer.
Troy says that the gears are turning in your noggin. You can use the
Yeah,
turntable for the train setup. Yeah.
dude, I watched that video twice when he showed clips of it and stuff, just bits and pieces. It's like, yeah, I know what I'm going to be doing.
You're going to make a swing bridge, right?
No, no, that was more of display, but that's
Oh.
not a bad idea there, Paul.
Well, you could,
Minimize it.
oh yeah, or have it to where your locomotive can go into whichever housing unit.
Oh, yeah.
Turn it.
Turntable. Yeah.
It's a roundhouse, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally called a turntable. Yeah, that would work.
Lots of
Hmm.
ideas.
You just got to find a way to stop it at the right spot.
Yeah. New truck's doing good, Clyde. Absolutely loving it. I've got over 5,000 miles on it in a month and a half.
Dang.
I've been trying not to drive it as much.
Now, how is that gas cap? I like that video, by the way.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
I was afraid that when you shut it, it wasn't going to close all the way.
Yeah, no, it completely clears. Here's another one. So
Neat.
this is one of the so the anybody that hadn't watched the video yet, please go watch my video. But with the new truck, there's a few things that I don't like about it, and one of those is that like on the F-150, you don't have a gas cap, like which is awesome. I thought that's really cool. It's something that you don't have to deal with. You just open up the gas door, put the filler in there, and go. But for whatever reason, they don't have that on the F-250s. So they just have this little weird little tab thing that you're supposed to hang the gas cap like tether on, and it's stupid. And so I made this little gas cap holder to go on the door, and it fits the gas cap right in there and holds it into place. And
That's really cool.
yeah, it holds on there with some 3M tape and all that good stuff, and pretty happy with it. Made out of some PET G. And,
Now, I noticed you put two little clips on the top. Does it literally kind of lock into place when you put it in there?
yeah, it kind of just clicks and holds it. They're right here at the very top, so they're not very big, but they fit right into the threads of the cap, so it kind of clicks in there and won't fall out or whatever. Gives it a nice positive stop.
Do you have those on Etsy yet?
No,
Thingiverse?
no, I might put it on. I might put them into through Amazon. I was thinking about Amazon because
Oh, there
people
you go.
because it would work on other vehicles too. Because it's not. I mean, overall, it's not specifically sized for my truck. I guess it's as big as it needs to be. So, I don't know. We'll see. Uh, how the fumes will affect it over time. Yeah, that's something I was kind of thinking about too, Cody. But really, I don't think it will have any effect on the on it because it has a gas cap. So I mean, even though the gas cap is vented, I really don't. I don't think it'll have any issues with the longevity.
Hmm.
So we'll see. But yeah, but selling them and stuff like that would be pretty easy to do. It's just you got to get it all set up and get all the crap to do it. And nobody bought my last product, so I'm a little gun shy, but that's all good. But yeah, besides that, just been kind of cleaning up around here, trying to get some stuff moving in the right direction. So sweet. Well, let's get moving here. Where am I at here? I guess we'll go here. There we go, and we'll throw Sean up there. There we go. Ta-da! So the first video I figure we'd talk about this week is let's see here. Oh, come on, you pick up. My dumb computer is so slow. Was it Rico Hernandez? And so I thought this was a really cool idea. He went to Michael's, which is a craft store. I don't know if everybody else has Michael's around them, but
Yeah.
we do.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. So it's a little shadow box he got for $1. And then he adds a piece of acrylic to the front and and some other like wood or something like that. I forget what he puts over the top edge of it, but he makes a bank out of it. And I thought that was a really cool idea. You couldn't make that. Well, you could make that for less than $1, but it's going to take. How much time is that going to take you to make? Like by itself, like the shadow box part.
Right.
Good, Michael. You buy the 30 or 40 of these things, and I mean, you probably can't buy the wood for that. At that much. And but anyway, he cuts it all out, puts a hole in the top of it as a coin slot, and then makes up a little acrylic front for it. And
See, now I like the way he did this right here. Did
Yeah.
it reversed. I noticed a lot of guys will put the engraving on the face of your
Yeah.
acrylic. I always thought it looked better when you put it on the back in reverse.
Yeah, because then it's not going to get messed up and it doesn't
Yeah.
feel weird. Yeah, I agree. I think the way to do it is to do it on the backside. But yeah, I thought it was a really good idea the way he did it.
I didn't even stain the box.
Yeah, he stained it with like some kind of like an orange stain. And then the cap screws that he used, I thought was a pretty good idea too. That way it looks clean, but you can get into it if you need to. But I mean, you could take those things to craft shows. I mean, you could just do them as a letter, like a fancy letter for your names and stuff like that, or then you can upcharge somebody and do something custom on it.
Even great gifts for kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities for it. So I thought
But
that
do
was
they even know what change is?
yeah, right. It doesn't fit my credit card slot.
How do you get your Bitcoin in here?
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh.
How do I get my V-Bucks?
Oh, yeah. it should be a safe to put your kids' controllers in. No.
At least my kids know a penny saved is a penny earned, or a penny earned is that it? A penny saved is a penny earned.
Yep. Oh yeah. But yeah, that'd be really cool. I mean, it could be really inexpensive too. I mean, you could,
Yeah.
you relatively, I mean, you could sell that for easily $10.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, you have maybe $2 worth of stuff into it.
Oh, better yet, you can stock up on these. Get your acrylic, put them on Etsy, and then customize it,
Yeah.
Yep.
and even make more.
Yep. Oh yeah. So I mean, at $1 for the box itself. I don't know. I think that's a no-brainer. Oh yeah. By the way, always forget to tell everybody all these videos that we're talking about are in the in the description of the show. So go down there and you can check them all out, and you get links to them. If you do go check them out, let them know that we sent you over there, and maybe they'll come and watch the segment of their video. So good deal. All right. Well, good job, Rico. We'll look forward to the next one.
Oh, I do want to say another CG. He said you print your passphrase and fold it up. Yeah. Then they're going to ask, what's a printer?
Yep.
My daughters know more about 3D printer than paper printing.
Yeah, that's pretty much true these days. Jeez.
You know, it's fun. My daughter Izzy, she's looking at these old school typewriters. She is digging the old school typewriters. I think that's fun. I think it's really cool. She likes the slap of the keys.
Hey, Kyle, welcome on there. What you do, Kyle, is you engrave the laser's going to only do the top section that you're engraving. So what you do is you reverse the image. And so if you reverse the image, then you're going to flip it over and put it into the thing, and it'll look like it's straight out. So yeah, you'll be good to go.
Depending upon it, like in Lightburn, you can mirror your text.
Yep.
It's kind of like when I etched it, just like this is not laser, this is etched. So it was etched on this side, but this is the front. So it's just, with a drag bit. So when you face it forward, you're reading it right.
Yeah. And it gives the front a nice, clean look to it.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, more DS9. I don't have a problem.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll move on then. We're going to go to Neokoi Prints. So we've talked about HueForge on and off on this channel a bunch. I love it. I was actually messing with it yesterday with the newest version of it, and wasn't happy enough with what I was coming up with the colors I have to do it, but we'll get there. Anyway, something some people are doing now is combining the 3D print to like an existing object, or like as a standalone thing or whatever. Lots of different possibilities with it. So this guy was actually showing the process of how you do it and how you combine the prints and stuff like that. Like what type of settings to use and stuff. So in this, his big thing is like doing car pictures. And so he made this box that had this RX-7 with the tree and all that, and the mountains, Fuji mountains, I guess, on the background. And he put it on a box. And at the end of the video, he shows you what it looks like when he printed it all out. I thought it was pretty cool. And then he did another one where he's got like a car going through a piece of glass. And that's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool.
Yeah. It's a neat way to personalize stuff. So if you're out there and you don't know what HueForge is a program where you can layer your a picture. It's basically like filament painting. So it's going to print really, really thin layers, and it's using the what's underneath of there to transmit that a different color like through it. So that's why in this little shot here, it looks like there's some pink and stuff like that, but he's only using white, red, and black. So it's it's a kind of creates its own little height map on the different colors and stuff. It's really, really cool software and really inexpensive for what it does. I think
I thought it worked great for the lights.
oh yeah, yeah. The I think it's about like $20 for a personal license of it now, and I mean,
Not bad.
no,
24. 24.
Oh,
It's
24.
on sale right now. Hugh Forge software, $24 USD off
Yeah.
from 30.
Yeah, so
And that's a personal use lifetime.
yeah. So and he has like different licenses there, so you can sell the prints or you can sell files, stuff like that. So you can get different ones through that. But the personal license is pretty. I mean, it's the same software. It's just what you're allowed to do with it. But it's really cool. This is the last thing that I did. There, you can kind of see
Yeah, I
it down
remember
there. That was um, what's her name from Wheel of Fortune?
Dana
that.
White.
White.
Dana White. Yeah. So back when she did modeling and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really cool. Cool video because there's not really any videos out there that were showing you how to actually do this process of adding the prints to another object. So it was pretty neat. There's somebody's been doing some that are pretty funny because the big thing to do with 3D printers is print out a benchy. So like they have the benchy coming out of a wave or something like that. It's kind of funny.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, very funny. So pretty cool. But yeah, that was a good one. All right. The next one is by our buddy Steve from Ventari's workshop. He released this one like right before the show last week. And I didn't know. I learned something new about Lightburn every time. I didn't know you could do like serial numbers and it would do it automatically. I thought
I did not know.
it's really cool. Like yeah, like so he was doing him and David from the Clack Shack. They went out to CES this week, so they wanted to take some business cards and all that stuff with them. So he decided to serial number the business cards so that he could know how many he'd given out or whatever. And so he set this serial number thing up to every time he ran the program on his laser, it would just add one. And thought that was really a cool feature of Lightburn that I've never noticed before.
No, that's so useful also in manufacturing.
Oh yeah, I was thinking
what,
about it for like your maker's marks. Like if you're going to laser your a product, you can. It's real easy to go. Oh, okay, it was number 52, whatever it was. And also makes for people to, I think, feel more special knowing that they have a serial numbered item. Yeah. So,
I might do that with my modules. That's a slick idea.
yeah, I thought it was really cool. So, and like you can change. He's right there. He's showing like how you change the different numbers and stuff like that. Like how many zeros you have in it, or if you want to just do it 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Pretty cool setup on it. So very, very fun. Yes, Jerry. With your comment that I think this is one of the pictures from that where she was actually wearing clothes. I don't know what the rest of the pictures look like, but this was she was dressed in a Mint 400 t-shirt. and I think jeans or something. They're jean shorts. So, but with the Mint 400 on it, now it's a mouse pad. So, oh yeah, look at that.
Those lasers, those fiber.
Yeah, fiber lasers are pretty sweet.
One day.
I have a hard time thinking about what I would use it for, though. Like that's just because I like doing big stuff. I don't really do very small projects when I do projects, and so
I I just want it for like a week, you know.
yeah, just to play with.
Yeah. And I'd be like, cool. All right, done.
I
Now,
I, I want to ask Steve about that because Sean, and if you go back to where he's engraving them, watch the bottom left or bottom right hand corner of
It
yeah,
lifting.
right there. They start getting hot and they start warping a little bit. So I'm wondering if, well, I guess they're starting to. He's
these
starting
are
to.
really
He
thin.
wouldn't be having a problem with it, like changing the
Yeah.
focus or anything like that.
No, you said the cards are really thin, like thin aluminum or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Something a little thicker, I could see where it would work. That's a lot of heat, though.
yeah. Those are pretty sweet, though. It'd be fun. I mean, that's what I would probably use it for.
I
Good.
was approached years ago because I used to take. I had a small CO2 that I'd take to shows and I'd do butt stocks, and, pistol grips and stuff on, and I had a local company approached and asked if I could serialize what were they suppressors for them.
Oh, okay.
And it's I wish I could. I can mark it, but I can't cut into the aluminum. And these at the time were extremely expensive compared to
Oh,
what
yeah.
they are today. And those would do the job in a heartbeat. Legally do it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they already have their equipment nowadays.
Yeah.
From 10 years ago.
Yeah. Needs UV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll talk about the Clack Shack's video here in a little while. But he was doing more stuff with his Omni. But we'll talk about that UV one here in a little bit. Expensive machine though.
I love how these sound when they're cutting.
Yeah, oh yeah, they sound really cool. Yeah, it's really neat watching it go. It's kind of fascinating. Cody says you might need an FFL license to do serialization numbers on something like that, Mister.
I would do it in their house. I would do it at their place if I was to do it. I mean, this is 10 years ago too.
Yeah.
It's like when I was doing the butt stocks and pistol grips, I can do it as long as they were right there the whole time. But other than that, yeah, then you need a FFL with a gunsmithing license.
Huh.
Yeah, that's back then. I like what I'm doing now. Well, I
Yep.
know.
There you go.
I have the one thing I keep seeing with all this is the framing tool for that.
Yeah.
It's so much faster than the CO2 where it's like,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, the right corner's right. All right. Let's write it again.
Gotta move it over a little more.
Move it over a little bit. That way you just look at it. It's like, cool. It's all there.
Yeah. Good enough. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, pretty sweet. Good times. All right. Let's move on then. Jero, and I think is his name. He made that was in his last video there, and then in his newer. This is part of the new video, I guess so. But he's making this cat with the Mandela under layered things, and pretty cool cat. I like how he's doing it. I mean, he shows you how he's he puts them all together and all that good stuff. He doesn't really show anything about the design part of it, which I'd like to see him do the design work because these are his files that he's created. Yeah, it's pretty. I forget, like it's like 5 or 6 layers, I think, on that one. And then he like paints them or stains them and gets them all together. Turns out pretty good. No.
He's using a diode for this one too.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got some good news. I'll let you guys know at the end of the show.
Oh, there you go. What's Jerry saying there? Whoop. I have a link for high gloss thick business cards I use in the videos. Oh, cool. Very cool. Well, for anybody that has a fiber laser, hit Jerry up and watch his videos, and I'm sure he gets you that link. I don't have a fiber laser, so I don't need those.
I think you can do them on CO2s and diodes too.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could. No.
I have 5 pieces.
Yeah. Works out pretty good. He's got a nice little shop. I like all of his layered signs that he has up on the wall there. The world one's pretty neat. And then he's got one that looks like it's a clock or something.
Gears. Yeah.
Kind of door hanger type thing. No. Fun stuff. But yeah, it's a good looking cat. I think usually his video or his files and all that are like a couple bucks, like $3 or something like that. So
that's fair.
Yeah. I like that he was doing it with an airbrush. I thought that actually kind of made it neat because then you could really do a little bit more with the staining and stuff like that. Yeah, pretty cool though.
Should try to paint it all on top of the same piece of paper he did.
Yeah,
like stencils.
Be pretty good. Sweet. Oh yeah. Yeah.
What kind of glues it in the roller? Oh.
I need to add some fiber to my maker diet. Yeah. It'd be nice to laser carbide. Sure would. Sure would.
Now, I'm kind of curious. I didn't pay attention to Cody's bits because I take them right out of the tube and put them to work. Do you actually mark your bits?
They do have some markings on them. If I'm not mistaken. Let me look.
I shouldn't say that because I did wear it as a necklace for a little bit.
I'm just thinking of his container. I'm looking at the bowl bit.
He said sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. He had to outsource that.
Oh, Cody, it looks like you need to get another toy for this year.
Yeah.
It is a tax write-off.
It says 60 on the groovy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
On the shaft.
That would hurt.
Ryan and Sean, stop it.
Yeah, I'm innocent on that one.
Yeah, on that one, but that's and on the 30.
Good times. All right, well, we'll move on then. Jamie List did a really cool video on this one. This is he uses traditional woodworking and his laser, and he's making like a iPad stand. That's what it is, but it looks like an old TV.
Retro.
Yeah, very, very retro little TV there. So you use the laser for cutting out the CRT tube shape and the weave at the bottom and the back of it, I believe, too. And
I like how he puts the video in black and white.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
I
really
remember
cool
those
little
days.
design though. I didn't notice if he had the plans for sale. I think he does. Um,
Let's see here.
not entirely too complicated on it, but yeah, there's a big old slot in the side, and I guess you just grab the screen and slide it back out.
That is a cool piece.
Yeah, you could figure out a way to mount like a charger into it too, and then the TV would have a cord coming out.
What are
That-
those little round ones that you can put a phone or some tablets against and it charges it?
yeah, yeah.
Wonder
Well,
if
I
that-
don't think you can do that with the iPads, though. I don't think those work.
Wireless charging.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry says those TVs never got stolen. That's right.
It's so damn heavy.
Oh man, he had a 27-inch TV back in the day, CRT tube. You were king shit, man.
Well, better yet, if you had the TV with the stereo unit, you know?
Oh yeah, the big
Those
console one,
turntable- Yeah, oh yeah.
like 700 pounds.
Those were the bomb back then.
Yeah,
That where it was all wood framed and the speakers were like built into it on the side.
yep.
hmm
Grandparents had one.
Yeah, those things are pretty wild. Yeah, he did. Well, Jamie List did a good job on this thing, though. Turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with that.
Oh yeah. That's a good mix of both lasers, you know, regular woodworking tools and laser.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So, all right. Well, we'll keep on moving then. We got the next one's on Maslow. An update from the Maslow folks. They're doing another Kickstarter for another round of parts and stuff to sell for their Maslow CNC. And yeah, I guess the factory sent them some video and stuff like that of stuff being made and packaged up and sent out to them. The thing I found the most interesting was the end of the video. So the where he's talking about legal problems,
Well,
but it's not on his end. So when he created the Maslow, the original Maslow one that had the bricks and stuff like that, when he was done with it, he just kind of gave the plans away, like it was all open source or something. And so some people, this one group of guys, they started making their own. I forget what they call it though, but it's not, maybe some I forget, Maker Made or something like that. Maybe I can't remember exactly what the guy's named it was, but now they're trying to make this guy stop using the Maslow name.
what? No.
Yeah, after
No.
after the years of it going on, now they're trying to get him to stop using the Maslow name, and so he's having to fight for
His own name.
his own name or something like that. Yeah, or they're using it or something like they're doing something's not the way it's supposed to be. But he explains it there at the end of the video, and it's like, oh man, what a mess. You know,
I'll have to check that out.
people suck. It's like, man, I don't understand why people just can't do things the right way. So
Check this out. I like that cute little robot. Yeah.
yeah, it's like just delivering parts.
Yeah, it's fun looking at all the color lines on the floor and everything.
Yeah.
Because you'll even see a rack. There's on the right hand side towards the end of this loop, where there's just a blue rectangle on the square, and it's perfectly within the blue square.
Oh,
Huh.
There
on the right.
on the right hand side.
Ah,
I don't know if you can.
nope.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I see it there up on the right hand side.
I wish people would do more factory tours like that.
There it is.
Yeah. There's another shot. I don't know if it's part of this loop. Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
There you go. It's hanging out. Yep, everything's got a spot. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's pretty cool though that they were able to get the video sent to them. Oh, this thing was cool. This was something that they were one of their people that has a Maslow did. It's a table and like liquor cabinet. So check this thing out.
Oh, is that wild?
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, and then the sides open up.
That's a bar on a wall.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm sorry, when he first pulled that down and way before the sides went open, it looked like a roll of toilet paper. I was like, what are we watching here?
That's a cool way to hide everything too. You wouldn't know that that's there. Yeah, I can see how that looks like toilet paper.
Because I'm looking at the side, and like, wait, what? What's that in the middle?
Heck yeah.
That's a cool design.
Yeah.
Because, mean, you don't even see it when it's all put up.
Yeah.
Let's see the lid on the inside.
Oh, and those
soft.
Yeah.
Ooh. Fancy.
Your fingers stuck? I don't know. Plenty of room.
Oh, so is that locking? Okay.
Very cool. Very cool. See, sometimes people complain about how much 3D printing stuff we have on here, but we're very CNC and laser heavy this week. Well, I think that's pretty good.
And standard.
Yeah. So, all right, well, let's move on here. Free laser files. So, I don't know if anybody else has run across this guy's videos before, but he has files and he gives them. They're free. So you can go. There's all kinds of different ones on there, but the video is really on putting the projects together and showing you how stuff goes together. I really liked his glue pen thing. So it's filled with type bond glue. And
what he's using right now?
Yeah, with the little needle tip on it. And
you can get them off of Amazon. I think they're like 6 bottles in a whole bunch of different size tips. I use the same one. Let's see if I got one here. Yeah, for my CA and my kicker.
Huh.
And then the cool thing on the CA is when it hardens up, you take your lighter and you hit the end of it and squeeze a little bit, and it melts and burns out the CA.
Huh.
You don't have to worry about taking a needle to it or anything.
It doesn't end up looking like this?
Nope. That's why I went to it. You go to take off that little cap and it's stuck so bad you just rip the whole top off.
Yeah. This was a what is it? Toothpick holder. But I thought the design of it's really good. I thought it doesn't look, laser cut out it looks laser cut, but it doesn't look like he hides the box joints and stuff like that. And it shows you all the parts that you need to cut out and put together and all that fun stuff. But it worked well. He even puts wax onto the wheels.
Oh, that one looks cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the little wood grain that he's got going on. This one's all MDF. But
cool. Nothing wrong with MDF.
No, but it, he did the wood grain cutting into it and stuff.
Oh,
like
I got you. It looks like wood.
Then you just fill it up. Dun dun. Quack quack. Pretty sweet. But was it? I think it's freelaserfiles.com, and you can get anything that he has on there, and
They got a lot of files.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there. But if you're looking for something to build and don't want to design it yourself, throw it in there. Oh.
Yeah, here's those bottles.
Oh yeah.
It does get grungy, but it just burns right off.
Hmm.
And then, if you notice, they're two different size tips.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, well worth it, my opinion, for
There
any
you go.
glue.
Ta-da. All right. Well, moving on then. Brandon Tucker. So the Dummy 13 is a big thing to be 3D printing out these days. It's an action figure, posable figure that you can 3D print out. It's pretty neat. People are making outfits for them that you can 3D print and put onto them, and so something that some people are starting to do is make them bigger. And so this young man here decided he wanted to make one that was 800% scale, I think it was. So that's the normal size that he's holding in there in his hand. And so he printed out a big one. So yeah, there's some bunch of the stuff that different versions of it that you can print out. The Santa hat. That's funny. But yeah, so he prints out a big version of it. This one channel that I've been watching, I haven't talked about it on here, but because I don't know if anybody else would be interested in it, but it's on like Print Farm. We're trying to get 3D printing to be a business. It's Technical Tinkers is the channel name. But anyway, he was the one day, like a couple days right before this video came out, he was talking about making some big. He's got an Elegoo Orange Storm Giga. And he was talking about making like life size versions of this Dummy 13. And I was like, oh well, this video came out right at the right time for the concerns that I would have for making something that big from something that is originally pretty small, which is the joints. The joints are going to be the problem. But it seems like and since then, this is the funny part, because Google's everybody's listening. Is now it shows up on my Facebook feed about the Dummy 13s and stuff like that, and so I joined the Dummy 13 Facebook group. So there's a bunch of people printing out bigger ones, and they softened up the those joints right there with the heat gun or whatever to get them to pop in, but. Pretty neat though. I mean, I was thinking about making one. It'd be kind of fun.
Should. Hey,
fun
my daughter did.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. This one's cool.
Oh yeah, Deadpool one, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, even the little pistols come out. I get that. I don't want to bend it too much. Yeah, she did an awesome job she did the printing and assembly and
Sweet.
yeah, I was really, really stoked. She doesn't know I swiped it for the show yet. I'll probably hear about it. But yeah, I think that's one of the coolest models out there.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun one. So, and this one ends up being over 3 feet tall, something like that. I mean, yeah, he's a pretty good size. But he tries to get him to stand up, and of course, he has problems with getting him to stand up because one, it's heavy at that size, and trying to get it, being able to be posable, you kind of can't.
It's good in the chair, like in the car. I don't want my son to see this, so he'll want to print one.
Yeah, he sits there for a couple minutes trying to get it to stand up, and it's just not having it. Just about gets it, but then it falls down again. So like you have a skeleton part of it, and then you have the blue, which is the whatever the different covers are and stuff like that.
Exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone make one that is a certain franchise that I like.
Oh, a Bori.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Andy out in the chat says, need to make one for the carpool lane.
Yeah.
There you go.
Remember?
There it goes. It's like, down it goes. Yeah. Anyway, it was pretty cool. It worked out pretty. I mean, fun print, even if it's just hanging out.
Oh yeah.
And I guess there's like different hands and stuff like that. Different, people have made all kinds of different stuff, but you can make stuff articulated or make them that they have a hole in it to fit weapons or whatever. So,
Or samurai swords.
yeah. It's Wade says a Ferengi crash test dummy. Jerry had his pit droid on the toilet in one pick. Nice. Very good. Very good. Yeah, after he gets this guy all put together, then he does like a little stop motion thing with some normal sized ones and stuff. It's pretty cute. So I'm guessing he did them all on his Sheedy Tech printer that he has sitting there. But
That's some good stop motion. The camera angles.
yeah.
That's what my son's slowly getting into, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, there it goes. Fun stuff. Well, anyway, Dummy 13. I don't know why it's called Dummy 13. Maybe it's the 13th version of it or something like that. But yeah. Turned out pretty good.
A little print.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Yep. So, all right. Well, then moving on, then we got Mr. David there at the Clack Shack. He just released this video about the doing some more stuff with the Omni 1, I think it's called. It's that UV laser that he's been testing out. So he squeezed this video out after coming back home from CES, but he was messing with Kydex. Different colors of Kydex and being able to get different colors out of the Kydex.
See, that is cool.
Yeah.
That's carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Well, it was carbon fiber Kydex.
And there's that looks like your Kydex? No.
Yeah. So that's what he was saying they are. Little sheets of different sheets of Kydex. One of his viewers sent it to him to do some testing on it to see if it would market well. And I thought it was pretty cool just because he's being able to get like variations of color out of it. You getting grays and oranges and blues.
Now, isn't the UV laser relatively new to market?
I would guess so because this is the first one that I've ever heard of. But
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about that style of laser anyway. But I would assume there's not a ton of them out there. Pretty cool.
That's cool. He gets some really cool toys to play with. Well, tools. I shouldn't say toys.
Yes, they're very. Somebody's got to test them.
Where's that carbon?
Yeah, there's the carbon fiber one. Yeah, getting oranges and stuff out of that even. I mean, it's pretty cool, using the different wavelengths and everything else to get the different color patterns out of it. Now, think that's pretty neat that you could be able to, make your make a project be that much more.
Just yeah. Here's another one I wouldn't say no to.
Yep, I'm right there with you. So I like how that one doesn't really smoke or anything. It's not.
Well, it looks like it has an exhaust fan on the back of it.
Oh yeah. Because there's still some sort of fume coming off of them, but it. I guess in like the normal coloring of it or normal engraving of it, it's not really going that deep. Pretty sweet. Very good. It's neat to see some of the extra stuff that thing is being able to be used for. So,
That's a cool looking piece of equipment.
yeah. Such a small build plate, though. I mean, who was it? Samcraft did a video on that same laser last week, I think. And his, like, you can engrave 100% of this area. It was like 110 by 110 millimeters. So, I mean, it's not a real big place to engrave stuff, but it's pretty cool, though. I wouldn't kick it out of the shop.
Oh no.
Excuse me.
I'd be doing the scroll work on my 45.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, one more video for this week, and who sent this to me? Somebody sent me this.
Oh,
Let me look it up because I don't want to say it was. I don't want to say it being the wrong person. Who was it?
I didn't see it in the list.
Oh shoot! Dang it! No. Well, you guys will have to forgive me. I forget who it was that sent it to me right offhand because I watched it a few weeks ago. But the Now for Something Different video is my little car. waiting for Sean to find it.
Got it.
There it is.
Right there.
There we go.
Save the day.
Yeah. So this is my little car, not mine personally, but this is the same car. This is a 74 Zagato Zili, and they actually drive it with 4 people in it.
Really?
Well, you got to think that Europeans are a little bit smaller than us Americans. But so which I find it's interesting because on a few aspects, because there are some differences to that car than my car that like jump right off of the screen at me. Like that one doesn't really have bumpers, but mine has bumpers. The door hinges are completely different than what I have on mine, and it has the battery covers underneath the doors and stuff like that. So there's some definite differences. And this one also has the fabled jump seats. So there's some little seats behind the the driver's and passenger seat, kind of like the old S10s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Squeeze in there.
Yeah. So he puts his mother back there.
Now, what are those bodies made out of? Are they made out of steel?
No, it's fiberglass.
Fiberglass.
Yeah. And so this was all before 74. You didn't have the motor controllers and stuff like that you have now. So that switch that you were seeing on the dashboard, that's how you got it to switch gears. Essentially, like you switch gears, but you're not. All you're doing is increasing the power. 96145. I'll have to remember that serial number.
It's 1,000 watts, huh?
Yeah. It was 1,000-watt motor in it. But yeah, pretty crazy how the thing's put together. But anyway, so this is the same car that I have, just mine's a different color.
Now, where did you find yours at?
Mine was local, actually. It was a solar customer of mine. I be when I even before I started my company, I knew about it because I'd go over with the company I used to work for, and repair stuff for him and stuff like that. And it was sitting in his garage. Oh yeah, there's the seats. Aren't those awesome? I'm telling you, I mean, that's this much space, if that. I mean, it's not much room at all in the back of that car.
Hey, Dummy 13 would feel at home in
Yeah,
that car.
the W13 would fit. But yeah, so the University of Maryland owned it originally, and yeah, that was like a later version of it or something like that they were thinking of making or something. I don't know. They have some of their what they claim are the numbers and all that of production and stuff in this video completely different than anything else that I've ever heard. So I don't know where they got that information from, but they were talking like there's a lot more than made than what there was. So, but yeah, pretty cool though. But yeah, towards the end of the video, they go for a ride, doing 20 miles an hour with 4 people in it. I mean, the car is so small. I can touch the front, the headlights and the taillights at the same time. Like it's it's not even 6 feet from end to end.
I noticed the people in the back seat were holding hands like, oh, God, I hope we make it home.
Yeah, yeah. Please don't die.
Well, the
Yeah.
cool thing today, I mean, with all the new technology, you can make that one move.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you could. Mine when I got it, it hadn't been on the road in some time. Oh, but anyway, see on the dashboard there that switch. Yeah, that's the switch that you use to change gears. Uh, and so you go from like 12 to 24 to 48 volts on it. But if you and the throttle pedal had 2 positions, so it would go down like halfway and kind of feel like there's a stop, and then it would go down further. But if you started the car out in anything other than like first gear, it would blow a fuse and leave you stranded. And the rear ends of the things are notoriously bad. Like mine only had 2,000 kilometers on it when I got it, according to the speedometer. So, yeah, pretty funny though. But there's a surprising amount of room inside the thing. I mean, amazingly. But
Do you hit your head on the roof?
nope,
Oh no!
Nope. Nope. But I wouldn't want to ride next to me. The Europeans are a lot smaller.
How much does that
Smaller
thing
frame
weigh?
people. Yeah.
How much does that weigh?
Not much. I mean, I push mine around all over the place. It's in the basement here with me, so it fit through the double door. I have French doors in the back of the basement down here, and so I just opened them up and I just pushed it right on in.
That works.
Yeah. Yeah, the racing stripe is on all of them because it hid the seam of the 2 halves of the car coming together. So, yep.
Interesting. So yours has the stripe too, then?
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, when I repainted mine, I added extra stripes to it.
Oh.
It gave it some more power.
It makes it go faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine doesn't have that steering wheel in it. The dashboard in mine was gone when I got it, so I don't have anything of the original dashboard. But which, as you can see, there's not much to it. And mine was set up with a forklift motor and a chain drive, which it was not going to work. But I did the calculations on it. I did the calculations on how fast this thing would go, and on mine it would do about 60 miles an hour.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I would not want to do this. I don't know if I want to do 25 in this thing. I mean, it's small. But you know, I would definitely not want to do 60. No. Oh man, what's we got breaking news here? Oh come on, why is this not working? There you go. What's Dwayne saying here? I wanted to be here tonight, but Dad ended up in the ER. Oh, jeez. Yeah, yeah, Dwayne, go spend time with your dad, man. That sucks. Hope he's doing all right. Yeah. But you can always catch us on the rerun, buddy. But
My family's more important.
yep, sure is. So, but anyway, yeah. So thought that was kind of cool. You don't really see videos of this little car showing up anytime.
What is
So
he digging for?
the emergency brake, they couldn't get it to unlock.
Oh,
Yeah. So they actually had to get out of the car and lift up the seat to get it to unlock. That's a difference on mine too. Is mine has a different set of seats in it. Mine have there's a bunch of Fiat 500 parts on this thing, and the Europeans got this bench style one, and in America we got one that had like two seat backs. So kind of funny. Kind of funny.
it's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
you got people sitting in the back seat there, and he's trying to yank on that emergency brake. Yeah, and it starts rolling away on them too. Yeah, pretty funny. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Well, that's it for those for tonight. So good times, good times. It gets me a little bit motivated to get out and get working on mine to get it back on the road again. So I had to get some. I had to rear end a new golf cart rear end made for it. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, I just have to put it all back together. So, good stuff. No. Well, has anybody got any questions out there in the uh, pit of despair of the comment section? I wore my hat all through the show for you guys. I'm about sweating. So,
And make sure to, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Thumbs
yeah.
up would be great.
Yep. We'll definitely take those. Mr. Sean, you got anything else for us this evening, sir?
Wednesday, I have my morning coffee. Hopefully, if everything goes right, on Tuesdays, I'm going to start a little deal on this guy.
Oh, there you go.
It's
Ooh.
it's a diode laser. This one's the DIY kit from, or was it from Elgo? So it's the Elgo Mini.
Now, how many
And
watt is that? Do you know?
pardon,
How many watt is that? Do you
this
know?
one's 10.
10?
Yeah, this is a 10 watt. And my thought on this is it would be great for the hobbyist, especially
Yeah.
like train guys. If you want to do buildings, and you could even cut out a single module on this.
Yeah, you can.
I shouldn't say that. That's all right. Too late. No. But yeah, I think it's an awesome deal. I've been wanting to mess around with the diode, and good people have made it happen, and I can't wait to crack it open.
Sweet. Very cool.
That reminds me, if you're into 3D printing, check out the Old Guy 3D Printing. Or is it Old Guy? Yeah, 3D Print.
Old guy 3D printing, yeah.
There we go. Check him out. And you
He's
might
great.
even see that.
JR says preferred build plate for P1S matte PLA. I just use the regular one.
Stock.
Yeah.
I
what
would
printer?
actually go with the SuperTech, either by Bamboo, ByQ, or Kadivi. You can run it at 45 degrees, and it is just been. I finally washed mine, and I printed on it for about a month and a half, 2 months before I had to wash it, and it all it requires is soap and water.
Now, are those smooth or are they textured?
No, they are. They have a texture, but they're not. They're not like the PEI plates. They have a. It's. I don't know if I
Hold
can
on.
even get it.
Oh, come on, you piece of garbage.
Oh, I don't even know if you can see it. If I'll even be able to.
Oh, you can see a little texturing in there.
Yeah, it has a little bit of texturing in there. But this has become my go-to plate. Now the thing is, this is really only good for PLA and PET G. Silk, don't even try. Yes, I know. I learned my lesson the hard way. But they do make another one. They have the Frostbite and the Glacier. Those are the Glacier, and the Frostbite has more of a texture on it. It's more similar to the PEI plate.
Okay.
So Khedive, BIQ, and Bamboo all have their what they're calling the sticky plates now, and I like them.
Bamboo actually has some really cool textured plates too.
Oh yeah,
picked
with all
up-
the different designs on them or
Yeah.
whatever.
I
Yeah.
picked up the carbon fiber. There's one that's starry. I don't know how it works, but it looks really cool when the light hits it. It's kind of holographic.
But is that textured or is that you still have to run? I mean,
I just cleaned mine with alcohol. That's it.
yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
something
I
with the way that it's made or whatever it has.
well, because it's the way the light, it's the way the angle at which they hit it with the laser or something gives it that effect because that's the way it reflects light or something like that.
Okay. It's really cool how it works.
I don't know if Wham Bam has a.
No, they don't. I was looking, but BIQ, look at BIQ, Khedive, like actually go to their sites, not the AM one, or if you're on that TT social media thing that might be closed, you can go look at any of those shops. I know people are left and right online trying to doing their little sales pitch for them, and so you can sometimes get them on sale there.
Cool deal.
But I'm running BIQ on both of mine.
JR saying bamboo is out.
Yeah, then BIQ or Khedive.
Yeah, it's BIQU or something like that. Is that
Yeah,
how's it spelled?
BIQU.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they make the Panda Touch, and
Oh yeah.
they also have some hot ends and stuff like that. But I don't know. They're build plates, and they got some cool LED lights. I hear.
Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. What about you, Mr. Corliss? You got anything else for us this week?
I have nothing. No words of wisdom, no nothing.
I got a question for you. How come you didn't multicolor that that little the devil giraffe? Like, why didn't you give him eyes?
At least
Could've
red
made-
eye.
Could have made his eyes white.
Well, I could have.
Oh,
I could have. I
Maybe.
could have made him red, and then he'd really look like a devil. I don't know.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Hey, that's all right.
The answer is it would add 2 hours to the print.
Right. It would add hours to the print because number one, I'd have to figure out how to do that in Bamboo Studio,
Yeah.
and you can't teach an old dog too many tricks. I'm getting there though.
Yeah, you are.
Little at a time.
There you
Hey,
go.
Paul, check out the fill bucket and go to the fill tool. It's actually quite quite easy.
I think
On a
they have
lot of
a
those.
tutorial on it too.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But
I'll do that.
the
Maybe I'll print another one.
yeah, and then the smart fill angle. You can lower and shrink it, the smart fill angle, so you can either get a big area or a small area to select. So makes
Oh,
coloring really fast.
cool. I didn't even know it would do that until I saw a video yesterday.
Yeah, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways you can color.
Yeah.
Now you know you're going to give Paul a heart attack once he sees it, pooping out a bunch of ways.
Well, then he's going to have to print a PHS,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a poo handling system.
Well, never mind. I'll be happy if I get my lights on my.
There you go. There
You'll
you
have
go.
to start printing out, see, something like that.
Oh yeah, I got to print something big one of these days.
Oh,
Use up all my old breakable filament.
Heck yeah.
yeah.
Very cool. All right. Sean, you already talked to you.
Yep.
We talked to both Pauls. I don't have anything else either.
Fun ending.
I guess, go Washington football team. Well, hashtag never commanders. They play tomorrow, and it'll be interesting to see what happens there. All right, people. Well, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us. We've been going on for an hour and a half, so good times.
I was getting weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just getting started compared to the guys on the Sunday night with Ventari and the Clack Shack. Man,
Man, they really go, don't they?
they like going. So, if you want to watch them, what is it, 7:00
Tomorrow night.
Central Time
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, on the tubes.
What time?
Yeah. 7 Central.
Central.
They're both Central.
Real
That's why I say that. 8:00 real time. So, all right. Well, party people, have a great weekend. We'll talk at you guys later, and see you next week. Peace out, sauerkraut.
Have a good week.